budget will do what it has to do, but I don't think your long-term portfolios can change too much. Yes, the flavor could be PSUs, but that's already been all of 2022. So Aman is right here. I think we should take it across to our chartist, and guess who's with us? Sanjeev Bhasin from New Delhi.
Good morning, sir.
Busy on his calls.
सुबह किसका फोन आ गया? Who called you early in the morning?
He has 3 phones, Nikonj, so it could be anyone.
Yeah.
One for mid-cap stock, small-cap stock, large-cap stock.
So what shall we start with? Mid-cap stocks? Sanjeev?
Mid-cap stocks.
Chaliye, start.
So, Sanjeev, run us through your top mid-cap bet.
So both are banks. First one is Bank of Baroda. I think the numbers, Avan, on the third will be most stellar. The best quarter you have ever seen. And I think that PSU banks, if you just took the numbers of PNB, 85% provision coverage ratios tell me that they are fully provisioned and the next 2 years actually belong to them. So Bank of Baroda is my top pick. Second would be IDFC First. I think Vaidyanathan is arguably one of the best bankers I've known. And this stock is poised to go from here to much higher levels. I would say the first level could be 75, 78. And we'll take it from there. But this stock is going to be a big outperformer. On the back that he has transformed the bank into a lean, mean machine. And on the retail side, they're doing extremely well. You can add one more name where I think there has been a lot of pessimism on solar panels and so on. But just to give you a brief, SW Solar 375, 40% was bought by Reliance Energy. The stock is 275. They have an order book of 4 gigawatts. By April, that will turn into 32 gigawatts, out of which 24 is external, 8 is through internal. You can imagine the potential what solar energy and solar panels have. By the way, they are the lowest cost solar panel maker in the world now. And if you are saying the next 3 months, 3 years, it's the next 30 years which is all about solar. So this stock can be a 5-bagger from here. But as a caveat, as a disclaimer, we are fully invested in this stock, so we have biased interest. But I can tell you this stock is a doubler in this year itself, Avan.
This is a very, very interesting
Buy
name.
now, put all your money.
I was just going to come to it. This is a very interesting name that you're talking about. Tell us a little bit more. What is their order book right now? What is the visibility like, SW Solar?
So like I said, see, the past was little murky because Shapurji Palonji had gone into a lot of countries and places like Argentina and all had a lot of default. So they had to. Now Reliance has cleansed the balance sheet, Reliance Energy. And the future belongs to green and clean and solar paneling. Aisha, like you said, they have an order book of 4 gigawatts, which in April can go to 32 gigawatts. This is from internal sources. You can imagine a 5-fold jump and what it means for the next 2 years' earning. It has an equity of 18 crores, so you'll find hard to get in and get out. But please put some money and stay put. Because you're not looking at the next 3 years, you're looking at the next 30 years. This has the potential of being a 5-bagger from here. Mind my words.
And you're hitting the table and giving a
I'm thumping the table. Bank of Baroda, IDFC First and SW Solar and 18,500 by next week on Nifty.
Kunal?
Okay. Kunal is...
Doesn't have 3 phones, but views here.
मैं तो निफ्टी को रेंज में देख रहा था. ये तो breakout हो रहा है.
Let's hope that on the budget day we get a breakout finally of this boring range which we have been.
Okay, Aman.
Yeah, and I see that very cool pen that's going to like throw up some interesting stock recommendations that you're flagging off. Now we heard financials. What is it that you're looking at from the mid-cap standpoint?
So I'm targeting...
Like Harry Potter kind of a thing.
Yeah,
Pen and I'm going to create magic and stock idea comes up.
Yeah, the bond.
Even I'm intrigued of how this pen would actually showcase. But then the 2 stocks which I would want to highlight, and 2 of them are completely different in terms of the price characteristic. One of them is Trent. Now the stock has done exceptionally well in the last 1 year. Surprisingly, in the last 3-4 months, the stock has corrected by 30%. But I think at current levels of 1200, I think it's a very good risk-reward buy for Trent at current levels. So I'll be very bullish on the stock. 1300-ish is where I would keep the targets for the stock and 1150 as a stop loss. We are not talking about the metal space as such, but I think SAIL is one of the potential, which has been an underperformer, but which I believe can scale up significantly high from current levels. So that's the other stock which I would be very bullish on. I would expect SAIL to go back to the 3-digit mark this time around.
Okay, you clearly like Tata Group stocks. You picked out Titan and now you're picking out Trent. And yes, of course, SAIL. Maybe we'll get the magic on the pen going for our small cap recommendations. But Norresh, let's find out. Are you sticking to the PSUs?
So not sticking to PSUs, but still into power and financials.
Okay.
The stock has gone through a sideways phase for the last 12 to 18 months. So there was a period of time wherein it was one of the best movers in 2020-21, and now it has made a good base at 180 to 200. So I expect it to slowly scale up towards the 250-300 mark. Second is about Mahindra and Mahindra Financial. Now this is a stock which has been an underperformer for the last whole decade. Finally, over the last few months, it has started outperforming, and it has now given a breakout on a multi-year chart on a 2-3 year basis. So I expect this to take leadership, and also in the current correction, this has shown a lot of relative strength. It has not corrected as such. So I expect this one to go towards 260 to 300 as well.
I'm just going to recap the stocks in the bull run. I'm just going to stand for a moment. And Avan, I think let's recap the ideas. The large cap ideas, what do we have from our experts?
So some of the top recommendations within the large cap space, you were looking at a Maruti as well as a Titan coming in.
So
You were
Maruti
saying
and Titan.
consumption.
Okay, Maruti and Titan from Kunal. That's the large cap idea. Our viewers, please take
Yeah.
notice of it.
And by the way, great minds think alike, because Sandeep Sabharwal as well, who is sitting right here, was also betting on Maruti. And you guys were talking about it earlier as well, that consumption boost, and clearly how this could maybe be Maruti's year.
And Norresh, what's your large cap idea?
So that would be SBI and NTPC still sticking on to the PSU bandwagon.
Okay, so lots of ideas coming in. I would, urge our viewers to take note of it. But remember, watch ET now and we'll gold coins today. The question of the gold coin is just going to, come up on your screen. Bhasin Saab must say there was a Punjabi tadka in your voice today when you thumbed the table and said that Nifty hoga 18,500. Kunal, Punjabi tadka in your voice. You have to make a comeback. Resonate that. Wonderful. 2 minutes to go. It's a big day. It's a decider. I'm going to take my seat back again, and maybe we'll try and capture the market opening from the wall per se. It would be good to go there. But yeah, I think what is crucial here is that it's an important day considering the backdrop. Adani FPO, Adani Enterprise FPO is sailed through. Market positioning is really nervous, and there is a sense of fear in the market ahead of the budget positioning. And then if you look at the global event tonight is FOMC. So Aisha, I think we can easily go up to the wall right now.
Yeah, you do that. I'm just going to quickly recap the first question that we're going to be asking. Remember, we're running the gold contest. Get these answers right by watching ET now, and you can win gold coins today. So who is going to be presenting Budget 2023 today? That's an easy one. Your first option is whether it's going to be Prime Minister Narendra Modi, B, Finance Minister, or C, the President. Send us your answers. You've got the SMS numbers running in on your screens. We're going to be randomly picking up 10 winners by the end of today. The contest, of course, closes at 4 p.m. So continue watching ET now every hour. We're going to throw up a new question, send us your answers, and who knows, maybe you can win a gold coin from us. But Nikunj, we're getting set for the market open, so I'm going to hand it to you while I join you in seconds from now.
All set to open. The first rates any second now. It's a flat start for benchmark indices. Let's look at the market breadth right now. I think we'll just wait for a minute for the market rates to update right now on the wall.
Your advanced decline ratio is right at the bottom there. Yeah.
I think the Sensex and the Nifty is just taking a little bit of time to load up. Let's take this wall out right now. Aisha, maybe you want to take over. There you go. The first rates now are going to be pouring in any second. The rates on the wall will start changing.
It's a great start actually, Nikunj. We're holding up 0.6%. We're 0.5% higher for both the Sensex and the Nifty, as I can see. The Nifty IT is the one which is holding out, and actually it's banks which are doing the magic, holding up almost 1% as we speak right now. SBI up 1.25%. I can see a big move coming in on ICICI Bank as well, holding up a good 1.5%. And then let's just bring up all the Adani group of stocks. The FPO gets subscribed fully. It's a success, the FPO. Adani Ports holding up very smartly in trade. I can see almost a 2% uptick coming in there. Adani Enterprises is going to come up for you on your screens next. If we can just have those stocks flash up for you on your screens. The market breadth as well is looking positive as I see right now. 1301 advances within the entire NSE gamut, and that's really not a bad count. So ahead of the budget, at least, we're trying to edge up to that 17,800 print so far, at least. we're looking good. In fact, since we're getting the first rates, I'm going to quickly take it across to Kunal as well as Norresh and get in their perspective on what they're making of the first moves on budget day. While, of course, budget announcement is a little more than an hour away, but let's see what the market pre-positioning is looking like. Kunal, some amount of relief, thankfully.
Well, I think it's a very enthusiastic start for the markets. And I think it's good that we are seeing short covering as well, which is coming by in the indices. So if it's a blend of short covering, supported by news, supported by events which probably happen post-budget, then I think it's going to be a perfect tadka for the markets to probably scale past to 18,500.
Waiting for lunch already, aren't we, Norresh? Nifty Bank actually, as the first rate seem to be indicating, that's the one which is the leading sector.
Yeah, so we are seeing that recovery getting stronger and stronger, and more importantly, we are also setting up for a breakout over the global index as well. Yesterday, we were very close to 4100 on S&P 500. Dollar index continues to break down. So all we need is a budget which is neutral to positive, and that could trigger the markets itself. Not even expecting good things.
Sure, absolutely. I'm going to come back to you guys for first trades, the trades that you're punching in right now. But Sanjeev, I think a big uncertainty also got lifted with the Adani FPO getting subscribed.
Correct. And, Aisha, we've had the worst January start ever. At a time when global indices have had the best rebound since 2009. So why the underperformance? The events are over. You have the Fed pivot today, for which there will be little, but it's almost certain that 25 basis point and no more. Now look at the, don't miss the woods for the trees. Dollar is going into double digits, which means metals, commodities, China reopening is a big trade. And India's own banking sector results. The proof of the pudding lies in the results. Look at Maruti, look at M&M hit an all-time high yesterday. So
Indian hotels,
exactly.
The analysts couldn't believe the conference call.
So then either you buy this fear, or then you stay on the lines and come back at 18.5 when we go next week.
Next week. Kunal, any trades that you're punching in right now?
So Maruti is a stock which I would look to trade at current levels. Even L&T is something which I would keep it on radar. Maybe not at this 1.5% gap up opening, but I think if it flattens out, then I think it's a very good trade for budget as well.
Okay, Maruti continues to be the top draw from Kunal, though he switched from Tata Motors, Kunal. No?
No, it's an addition.
It's an addition, okay. Naresh, what about you? Sticking with PSUs?
PSU continues to remain a favorite. So NTPC is one, another is Tata Power. So looking at power and financial, so this is the two spaces. So that is where I continue to add positions. So Tata Power, M&M Financial, and then NTPC.
Sanjeev, when we talk about the budget, there is so much talk around capex, infrastructure. We've seen that one-way move up happen in defense stocks, in railway stocks. Have you missed the boat, or shall I say, have you missed the train already, or can you still jump in?
No, I think these themes are here to stay. Railways, defense, infrastructure, data center, and plus EVs and green energy, These are not going to be done away. They have to be repeatedly for the next 10, 20 years. So I am very, very sure. And plus, banks are proxy to growth. Why did the bank Nifty correct from 44 to 40 despite good results or 39? It's all on the back that XYZ on Adani. Now the issue is over. There has been no ever default on any of the group companies or any of the liability franchise. In a growth economy or in growth stocks, you have to have banks as a proxy to lending. You cannot do without that. So I think the bank Nifty is going to head to new highs over a period of time. And Aisha, has been 33 years. I've never seen L&T, Siemens, Cummins, ABB hit all-time highs, which tells us that they are seeing the capex and the growth visibility much more positively than us. Leave aside that. Look at Nestle. They are investing 5,000 crore in the next 2 years when they invested 15,000 in the last 20, which tells you that they are so positive on the go. You put in money only when you expect growth. So very, very bullish on growth. And this industrial capex is going to be a game changer for India.
How do you play that theme?
So simply put, buy a basket of stocks, like I told you, L&T, ABB, Siemens, Cummins, Bharat Forge, or buy a mutual fund which has a, an exposure more to these. But leave aside that, I think Nifty, Bank Nifty itself, for the layman, are giving you the best entry points. If we are looking at new highs coming in February, then you are missing the woods for the trees.
Okay, we're already in Feb. It's the 1st of Feb. Kunal, how soon do you see that level on the Nifty Bank?
Yeah, I think we should be hopefully in the end of February. But I think the idea is risk reward. you have to enter at these levels rather than be more pessimistic or be more fearful. So that's the overall punchline or the overall theme which I believe every trader needs to look at.
Kunal, what's going to lead the Nifty bank higher? Will it again be SBI, the stock that you're bullish on? Or will it be maybe a combination of some of the private names, which will show you a bigger move? Maybe Axis or even ICICI Bank, which in the last month has actually underperformed.
So ICICI purely because of the underperformance can lead from here because it's already corrected quite a bit from 950 down to 830s. So even if it goes back to 950, it would be the leader in the bank Nifty from right now. In terms of a structural breakout, it is Axis, which is the new leader. So it is a mix of ICICI and Axis. And the surprise pack could be HDFC Bank, which has gone nowhere. But it has started making a base at 1550, 1600. Has tested that 1700 mark multiple times. So once it crosses 1700, that would be the killer rally stock going forward. So I would be watching out for HDFC Bank.
Right. Okay. Watch out for HDFC Bank.